What is up, guys? We are back, and you already know what time it is. It is time for the playoff edition of El Clásico Paisa. Now, since our last El Clásico Paisa video, which, by the way, got really good responses, thank you guys for watching, Medellin beat Nacional one more time when Nacional was the home team, and that was by a score of 2-1. So right now, we've outscored these guys 3 goals to 1 in the last 2 games. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous about today. I think it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, unless you're the Millonarios with Nacional. But I think Medellin's got a shot. This is for group play. We're going to talk a little bit about playoffs and some other things. So I hope you guys like the video. Of course, we'll be doing predictions and some other things. But yeah, this is the playoff edition of El Clásico Paisa. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, with the stakes being this high and it being a playoff game, I'm a little bit nervous about the way, like right now, I'm going to El Centro in my jersey, and like tensions run high during these games, but add the playoffs to it and a position in the current group, and I think it might be, a little weird to be wearing my shirt around today, but we're gonna do it. We'll see what happens, but yeah, so just catch you guys up on what's been going on for the tournament. Medellin beat América de Cali 2-1, but the Millonarios beat Nacional. So Nacional is a desperate team right now trying to get in, and that usually means danger for us. Now, we have the phantom point because we finished second in the league this year, but I just want to win outright. I don't want to get into this thing where we have to wait and see what people do, and we have to wait and see what people do in the group, and I want us to not be in a position where we have to wait to win. So let's see what happens, and Dale Rojo. Having my coffee in Plaza Botero, and noticed a lot more fans of Nacional, like this guy up here. There's been a couple kids walking around, but it's pretty slow Sunday and we're just getting started. It's 10:30, so I expect more people to file in. So I actually think there's a tendency to not understand what I'm talking about when I say it's dangerous wearing your colors, right? So soccer in Colombia is taken very seriously. Last year after El Clásico Paisa, I think it wasn't last year, it was last season. Nacional beat us. We scored 1 goal, they scored 3. We got trounced. But afterwards in La Setenta, which you guys have seen in some of my other videos, there was a brawl after the game between the 2 fan bases, and tens of people were injured, but 2 fans of Independiente Medellin died. Now, I take sports seriously, right? It's part of my culture in Cleveland, but I can't imagine fighting somebody to the point of death for football in general, whether that's American football or whether that's soccer, whatever you want to call it, right? But it has happened here. There has been a history of violence following these games. So like one of the things is like on a game day, especially in like a derby, right? Like if I wore my stuff today and we were playing a team from Bogota, okay, so be it. But like today we played Nacional and tensions run high, again, especially because of the playoffs. And so a couple things to keep in mind, like don't talk shit, right? I think that goes without saying. Don't, be boisterous or whatever. Like wear your colors in neutral zones. Like El Centro is kind of a neutral zone. But don't be going on La Setenta after the game in your colors, talking shit, especially if we win, when we win. It's not that serious. Like, I mean, it's great to win and I love this team, but this is something that's been really new to me. So it's to the point now that when I actually watch American football in the stands, they show the crowd shots and you see people just sitting next to fans of other teams. It actually gives me anxiety. Fights have happened in the United States. Somebody did die this year at the Dolphins-Patriots game, I believe. And but that's like super rare. And I'm not saying it happens all the time here, but fights and scraps after the game are way more common. So just keep that in mind. Like, if you're going to a Colombian soccer match as a gringo, or maybe you're a fan of Nacional or Independiente Medellin here, and you travel here, you live in a different city and travel here for a game, just be kind of aware. If people look at you weird, like, just assume it's sketchy, whatever. I don't want to scare anybody, but yeah, it is a little bit of it's definitely a cultural shock for me. Like, I had anxiety today on the metro. I had anxiety today walking through El Centro until I got to this, what they call the secure zone here, Plaza Boltero. I don't want to, man, I hate saying stuff like this because I think I scare people off, but it is something to be aware of. You do need to be careful when being out with your colors. So another thing actually that I just thought of is tonight, unlike last game that we went to, they're going to allow fans from Nacional to be in the stadium. Now, supposedly they only are allowed in their fan section, which is El Sur. But there's going to be probably pretty close to 30,000 people in the stadium tonight. And a quarter of them are going to be Nacional, if not more. I'm just assuming anybody that has a neutral colored t-shirt is a fan of Nacional. But so that's going to add a dynamic to this tonight. I think it's going to be an incredible atmosphere. I cannot wait to show it with you guys, or share it with you guys, and go from there. So I really hope you guys enjoy the video. That said, I have some key takeaways for today's game. Number one, the 3 keys to victory tonight, in my eyes, right? And keep in mind, I'm not a soccer expert or anything like that, but the 3 takeaways I have for tonight that we need to absolutely ensure is, number one, we have to control possession of the ball. Like, Nacional is a fast team. We're a little bit slower, a little bit younger, but I do think Nacional tends to play faster and looser than we do. We're a very rigid team. And that's not really even a criticism. We are very methodical in what we do, but we have to control time of possession. Key number 2 to the game, we can't drop back in defense. So all year, and this has been, I think our record could have been better. Now, we only lost 1 game against Santa Fe, but we tied a lot. So for me, I think, like, what we normally do is when Medellin goes up a goal, we tend to drop back in defense. And I don't personally love that. I think we need to stay aggressive. You're not going to beat Nacional in a playoff game with just 1 goal. You're going to need to score 2, maybe 3 goals. Whoever scores the most is going to win, obviously. That's kind of the point. But we can't do what we normally do and drop back and play defense the whole time. We have to be aggressive the entirety of the game. Now, key number 3, and this is probably the most important, we have got to involve Luciano Pons. Now, I don't mean that we're feeding him, but we have to play through him. So normally what we do is we attack the right or left side, then try to get a header into the goal, and that's fine. That's a good strategy. It's worked well for us for this year. But Luciano Pons has to act as more of a diversion, I think. Instead of playing to him, play through him. And if we do that and get other people involved through Luciano's play, I think we can upset Nacional tonight. I don't know what the line is. My guess is Nacional is favored, but I would like to see us tonight actively get out there and fight for and be aggressive.
Julio César, soy de la ciudad de Medellín, soy hincha del Atlético Nacional y hoy Nacional gana 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Ah, buena suerte para ti.
Listo, muchas gracias.
¿Es tu predicción? 2 y qué? 2-1 nosotros. Vamos. Oh my God. Qué pena. Repita.
2-1 gana Medellín.
Ay, 2-1 gana Medellín. ¿Y tú? ¿Qué piensas?
2-1 gana Nacional.
Ay, ya. ¿Qué es el marcador? ¿Cómo qué? 2-1. 2-1, ¿y tú?
No, 2-2, gana Nacional. 3-2, gana Nacional.
All right, qué bueno. Buena suerte.
Gana Nacional
2-0, ok. ¿Tu predicción es qué?
Nacional 1, Medellín 0.
Ay, mentiras. Mask is green, Spider-Man is red and blue. Spider-Man's better superhero than the mask. Entonces Medellin's gonna win. ¿Qué es?
Hoy vamos a tener un partido muy emocionante de las
2-2. Ay, no. ¿Cuál es tu predicción?
2-1 gana Nacional.
Ay, güey, puta, claro que no. So I invited Joanna to go with me, and we are late. Well, I'm not late. She is late. All right, we made it. Oh, we got fireworks. Let's go. Hola. She's very shy. Ella es muy tímida. Let's go. Security, like always, is really fun to get into. Literally can't get to our seat because the entrances are clogged. I actually left. You can't get to your seats. There's too many people, and I don't know if you guys can see, but literally everybody just blocks the entrance so you can't get in. We couldn't see shit. So we are out here watching in a bar, and we're still gonna win. Everything I told you guys was the key to the game is happening, and we are up 2-0 with 28 minutes in. We are gonna win this game. Dale Rojo. All right, 2-0. We got 13 minutes to go. We're in a new bar. Someone is still shy. Dale! Mis nuevos amigos poderosos! 4 more minutes, baby. It's looking good. Let's go! 4 minutes extra time. Let's go, let's go. Look at Nacional being a bunch of bullshit. And we got victory burgers. Let's go! Nacional scored a goal, but it's too little, too late. We are still gonna win this thing. Again, call it! Yeah, we won! Sucking dude! You guys, something's wrong with my beer. I think someone put some victory in it. Let's go! All right, guys, I'm actually in my office now, and I just wanted to wrap and kind of tell you guys a little bit. Obviously, this video didn't go as planned. Anastasio is a good stadium, but it's just there was no way to get to your seats. So I'm not going to stand in the steps the whole way and listen to the game. So we went and ate and had burgers and did whatever, and it was cool. And then afterwards, actually somebody threw a rock at me because I had my shirt on. They missed me, so I didn't get hurt, but it was a big rock and it could have. So I think for the rest of the playoffs, I'm probably not going to go to the stadium. It doesn't sound like a fun time to me if that's going to be the atmosphere and if I can't use the tickets that I pay money for. But I don't want people to think that it was a bad experience. I had a great time watching that game, and I'm so happy Independiente Medellin won. And at the end of the day, we're going to win the final, and that's all that really matters. So, Nacional didn't play a bad game, just broke our way. And so here we are, the winners. And we'll see what happens next in the playoffs. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And Dale Rojo.